Acts 17, and they'll read that. And then they'll have you go back to Luke chapter 24, and the two verses are saying the same thing regarding the Lord. And then they stop right there. You see there, the Acts 28ers. The Acts 28ers, they believe that Paul preached the same gospel, but look back there in Luke chapter 24. That Paul preached a different gospel, but look back there in Luke chapter 24. They're the same. This thing here, the doctrine, changes up the truth that they preached about the death, the burial, and the resurrection. And you can't miss it. Look in Matthew 24. Matthew 24. The Lord has given a woe unto you. Bad things are going to happen, report here. And folks, you read all of Matthew 24, you ought to thank God that we're in the dispensation of grace. Amen. Matthew 24, look in verse 13. He said unto them, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. We're going to look at that just a minute. He that endures to the end, the same shall be saved. You know what's ironic about all this writing, or the preaching he did in Matthew 24? He told them in a warning about a time to come in their lifetime it was supposed to be. Look in verse 15. Matthew 24, verse 15. When you therefore shall see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet stand in the holy place, whosoever readeth, let him understand. Let them which be in Judea flee unto the mountains. Let him which is on the housetop not come down to take anything in the house. Neither let him which is in the field return back to take. In other words, what he's saying is when you see the abomination of desolation as spoken by Daniel the prophet, stand in the holy place, get out of town. Run. Don't go back and get any, all I have is one day of clothing, or I got to go tell my mom and dad, or I got to go tell my sibling. Run for your life is what he's telling them. Now, right prior to that, what did he say? If you endure to the end. What is that? Look in Revelation chapter 13. Look in Revelation chapter 13. In Revelation 13, this is the account of the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet, who's in the holy place at this point in time in Revelation chapter 13. In Revelation 13, we're just going to jump right into verse 5, I guess. And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies. And power was given unto him to continue 40 and 2 months. How long is 40 and 2 months?
3.5 years.
3.5 years. Just about the time length of a ministry over here. That's ironic. Verse 6. And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against God. So he's not a good dude. That's not mistakable there. To blaspheme his name and his tabernacle, and them that dwell in heaven. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints. And to what? Overcome them. Well, what happens when in a war and you're overcome? You're killed. You're killed. When you therefore shall see the abomination of desolation take place in the holy place, run. These people in Matthew chapter 24, according to the prophecy timetable here, they were going right into the tribulation. Right into the tribulation. And he was preparing them for it, so he says, you must endure to the end. Turn back to Matthew. Look back in Matthew. In Matthew chapter 23 now. Now remember, the next two passages that we're reading will lead up to Matthew 24. In Matthew 23, look in he's talking about the Pharisees and the dirtiness of them. Look in verse 33. He says, "Ye serpents, ye generation of vipers, how can you escape the damnation of hell? Wherefore, behold, I send unto you prophets and wise men and scribes. And some of them you shall kill and crucify. And some of them shall you scourge in your synagogues and persecute them from city to city." So they're going to continue on as their forefathers did. As Stephen said, your fathers killed the prophets, and you yourself are guilty of murder of the Lord. And so they're going to kill the men that God sends. The prophets, the scribes, the wise men. Look over in Matthew 16. Look in Matthew chapter 16.